podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.
PNR.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
It's Friday, February 3rd, 2017, and from eCinema1.com and Subject Cinema, we've got the 411 on all the films hitting the U.S. theaters this week. This is 3 Minute Weekend. I'm TC Kirkham. 2 new films open wide this weekend, a film being called one of the scariest horror films in years, the horror sequel Rings, starring Matilda Anna Ingrid Lutz, Johnny Galecki, Alex Rowe, and Vincent D'Onofrio, rated PG-13. And a film that was bumped to February from December at the last moment a couple months ago, the sci-fi coming-of-age romance The Space Between Us, starring Asa Butterfield, Britt Robertson, Carla Gugino, B.D. Wong, and Gary Oldman, rated PG-13. Opening across the country in limited release this weekend, NSA documentary A Good American, not rated. Crime thriller American Violence, starring Bruce Dern, Denise Richards, Columbus Short, Michael Paré, and New England's Patriots star Rob Gronkowski, not rated. Animated adventure comedy Bunyan and Babe, starring the voices of John Goodman, Jeff Foxworthy, Kelsey Grammer, Mark Hamill, and Jeremy Gustin, rated PG. Robert De Niro is the title character in the new comedy The Comedian, also starring Leslie Mann, Cloris Leachman, Danny DeVito, Harvey Keitel, Edie Falco, Billy Crystal, and a slew of real-life comedians, rated R. Korean action comedy Confidential Assignment, not rated. Real-life events meet dark drama in the theater massacre set drama Dark Knight, starring Anna Rose Hopkins, Robert Jumper, Karina Macias, Connor A. Murphy, Aaron Purvis, Rosie Rodriguez, and Kirk S. Wildison III, not rated. Horror film Don't Knock Twice, starring Katie Sackhoff, Lucy Boynton, and Nick Moran, rated R. Horror mystery Eloise, starring Eliza Dushku, Robert Patrick, Chase Crawford, and Brandon T. Jackson, rated R. Faith-based revenge musical comedy The Grace of Jake, starring Jake LaBatz, Michael Beck, and Jordan Sparks, not rated. Critically lauded and award-winning comedy Growing Up Smith, starring Jason Lee, Angel Nigam, Brighton Charbino, and Ronnie Scarate, rated PG-13. Oscar nominee for Best Documentary Feature, the critic-lauded favorite I Am Not Your Negro, rated PG-13. Chinese comic fantasy Journey to the West 2, The Demons Strike Back, rated PG-13. A favorite film on the 2016 Underground Festival circuit, the acclaimed and quirky Polish comic horror vampire mermaid musical. I swear I'm not making that up, folks. The Lure, starring Marta Mazurek, Michelina Olanska, and Jacob Gierzal, not rated. The documentary Mr. Gaga, A True Story of Love and Dance, not rated. One of this year's biggest critical hits at the Sundance Film Festival, the domestic terror documentary Oklahoma City, not rated. Adult-oriented animated comedy The Trouble with Turkel, rated R. Documentary This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, not rated. Corrupt cop comedy War on Everyone, starring Alexander Skarsgård, Theo James, Caleb Landry Jones, Paul Reiser, Tessa Thompson, and Michael Pena, rated R. Unique country music drama Wheeler, starring Stephen Dorff, rated PG. And the offbeat euthanasia dramedy Youth in Oregon, starring Frank Langella, Nicola Peltz, Billy Crudup, Christina Applegate, Josh Lucas, Mary Kay Place, and Alex Schaefer, rated R. Keep in mind that most indies spread slowly across the country. Although these films are officially opening this weekend, there is no guarantee that they will reach your local cinema for several weeks, if at all. Be sure to check your local listings for more on each of these films and their availability in your area, along with their possible availability on your favorite on-demand service, both online and from your local cable or satellite service. For the lowdown on what's hitting home video on DVD, Blu-ray, on-demand, Netflix, and Amazon Prime each week, check out Tuesday Digidex, your complete guide to all the new home video releases, every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, available on this same feed through most podcast services, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, and many others, or directly from our website at ecinema1.com. Please remember to check out PNR Network's premier weekly film podcast, Subject Cinema, with yours truly and my lovely co-host Kim Brown. Now in its second decade, it's full of reviews, news, commentary, and we hope a whole bunch of laughs. You can check it out every Sunday evening at ecinema1.com and subjectcinema.com, or subscribe through iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn.com, YouTube, and many others. Just search your favorite podcast service for Subject Cinema. If you enjoy 3 Minute Weekend each weekend, please consider joining our Patreon campaign. Your generous recurring monthly support will help give us a chance to upgrade our equipment, bring you more news, features, and coverage, and make our current and upcoming shows and websites get bigger and better for you. You support a show you like, and we give you some cool perks in return. And you're not supporting just TMW, but all of the PNR Networks family. Monthly donations start at just $2, and we really appreciate your patronage and support. So become a Patreon supporter. Click on the giant orange Patreon button on any PNR Networks website, or go directly for all the scoop at patreon.com/PNR Networks. That's what's hitting theaters this weekend, courtesy of your new release news leader, 3 Minute Weekend. Join me every Friday morning for all the latest theatrical releases in the U.S., and don't forget to subscribe so you're up to date on the latest releases as soon as the show goes up. You can subscribe through iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, and other popular podcast sites, and also through Roku. Find out how to do that at the eCinema One website. For 3 Minute Weekend, I'm TC Kirkham, and as always, I'll see you at the movies this weekend.
Why haven't you seen To Kill a Mockingbird?
I was too busy rewatching the Marvel Cinematic Universe films again.
Why haven't you seen Mad Max?
Do you know how hard it is to track down a copy of The Return of Captain Invincible?
Why haven't you seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Did you know that Road to Perdition was originally a comic book?
Just say go with big bodies of pain.
This is Bubba Wheat from Flights, Tights, and Movie Nights, and on each episode of Filmwise, my guest introduces me to a film that they're passionate about and I've never seen before, and in return I introduce them to a comic book or superhero film that they're curious about. Find it every other week at filmwise.com, iTunes, or Stitcher.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
Podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.
PNRNetworks.